infographic, how to replace things that I have in here already. All right, so I have a video showing you how to change this font. I'm going to have a video showing you how to replace and find these icons. But overall, how to navigate this thing, I'm going to show you. All right, so if I want this number in here, all I have to do, so I found a statistic from this website, right, that I want to use, 71%. Okay, so that's what I'm going to throw in there. All right, so I'm going to go back up to here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to double click. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put a 71 in there, and I'm going to hit enter, and boom, it's in there. Okay, so that's how you're going to replace all of these. Again, I'm going to show you how to replace the icon. When I put my title in here, okay, I just need to click. When I do my clarifying nugget, I just put in there. And you can see my example. So this is kind of like your title to what this statistic is, and then a very brief sentence as to what that statistic is representing. And then you're just going to find an icon or a picture that kind of relates to whatever statistic or number, excuse me, you're putting up here. Okay, now some suggestions here for when you're designing this thing. Okay, certainly I have some ideas for you to use here, but when you find a website, you need to use a minimum of 2 credible, reliable websites. The first thing that I would do is look for 2 websites before you start even designing this thing. You know what topic you're passionate about, you want to bring to the surface for people to see. When you find a website, the first thing you do, okay, you're going to go through the process that you learned about last week. Okay, now what you need to understand is that a lot of these, and I probably already mentioned this, but a lot of these problems that you're going to look at is going to have people who've made websites to pretty much argue that it's not a problem. Okay, so you have to be very careful in the websites that you're choosing to make sure that they are credible. Okay, so once you've gone through the process, certainly if I'm using this human rights first website, I am going to open a new tab and I'm going to Google this organization. Okay, and it'd be really nice if they had a Wikipedia page that's just going to show me the details about them. But if they don't, I'm going to go through and make sure there's not any websites that have been created or articles that have been written that makes this sound like a made-up website. Okay, so I'm going to go through certainly step 1 and 3 from last week. If I find a statistic, maybe Google, make sure that statistic is solid. Make sure there's other websites reporting a very similar statistic. Okay, once I know that, okay, this is a good website to use, I am going to create my citation. Okay, and if you don't remember, I know it's been a while since you've done citations, I am going to put up some links for you to click on to how to create a citation. It's very, very simple. Most of the websites you have will not have an author. Some of them might, but most of them will not. This one does not. So I'm going to start with a title. Here's my title. Okay, most years are going to start with your titles. Okay, so I'm going to put the title in there. You're going to need the date. You're going to need the organization right here, and then pretty much you're going to need the URL, and that's probably it. But the link I'll attach will show you exactly where you need to go to create a citation. Now, some of you have been using this, MyBib. Just make sure when you click it, it has a title. If you see an author, make sure that author's on there. Make sure it has the organization, make sure it has the date, and make sure it has the URL. Okay, sometimes this is wrong, and you will get docked if it's wrong. So just make sure it has all the elements. All right, if you don't have that, then just look at my link there. But once you have that URL, you are going to put it down here at the bottom, okay, where the notes are. Okay, where it says we're excited there for you. You're going to put your citation here. Okay, now that you've created your citation, you're pretty much good. Okay, the only thing left to do would be put an in-text citation, and all I want you to do for your in-text citation is put the first thing in your actual citation. So you can see here, okay, there is no author, so I'm just going to put the title. Okay, whoops. And that's really all I'm going to put by the numbers. That's it. There's my in-text citation. I'm done. Okay, and then I go on to the next one. So this one, I would just copy and paste this in-text citation here. But you have to use 2 websites. So I just want to clarify, when you create your other works cited, the first thing in it, whether it's an author or a title, that's what you're going to put under the rest of these. Okay, so that's pretty much how you're going to do this. You need to come up with 8, and it shouldn't be too difficult to do if it's certainly an issue that is a huge problem in our world or our country. Okay, if you have questions, just message me if you need help really working on any of this stuff.